As a Christian, it is our responsibility to plant the seed, but it's up to God to let that seed be watered. And sometimes when we plant a seed, when we share the love of Christ, we give somebody a word, sometimes it doesn't take root right away. But that doesn't mean we should stop planting the seed. We need to scatter as much seed as possible, as fast as possible, because Jesus is coming back very soon. So I just left the gun range with one of my students, and she was sharing with me her story of trusting Jesus Christ as her Lord and Savior. She said she grew up in a non-Christian home, but she said she was going through a lot emotionally. She was in high school, and one of her friends who was very vocal about her faith simply looked at her and said, "Esther, can I pray with you?" And Esther kind of said, I have nothing to lose. So she said yes. And she said when her friend prayed for her, she felt the overwhelming presence and love of God. But then her friend said, "Do you want to come to church with me?" So she's, yes, that was incredible. That was super interesting. I want to see what else happened. So that Sunday, she went to church for the very first time. She said, when I walked through the threshold, I walked into the church, she said, I immediately felt the weight come off of my shoulders. She said, I hadn't even spoken to a person yet, and I already felt the love and the presence of God. She said, but then the worship started. And when the worship started, she just felt the overwhelming presence of God and overwhelming love. But then she went home. She was all excited. She told her parents about the experience that she just had. And she said her parents kind of rejected it. They were very upset. Number one, that she went to a Christian church, but number two, that she was actually believing it. So Esther said, I kind of just shrugged it off and said, well, maybe the feelings that I had weren't God. Maybe what I experienced was not the presence of Jesus, but it was just my own imagination. Flash forward, she's graduating from college and her friend invites her to church again. And she said, you know what? I'm gonna try it. And she gave her life to Christ, and she has been serving the kingdom faithfully ever since. The lesson is, plant the seeds. Plant as many as you can. Plant them as fast as you can, because you never know when they're gonna take root.